waiting. I am not the man you fell in love with. Alright, welcome in. Let's get it started in here. Okay, I did not set up. I was busy doing vertical. I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting here trying to fix vertical. But I made a kind of cute overlay. I didn't have enough time. Now I'm wondering, is it better without the overlay? And now I realize that my hair is actually getting out of the box. Out of the box. And welcome in, Stabby. I actually don't see you on my computer. I don't know why half of the chat is working and half of it is not. But okay. Welcome in, Stabby. How are you? I know that you are waiting. Penelope waiting. Look at all this food. Look at all these sheep. I can't believe this cave has all this for us to eat. I gotta hand it to you both. This is quite the treat. There are enough sheep here to feed the entire fleet. You've been making some WoW recordings? Hey. And good morning. Welcome in, Neptune. I can't believe this cave has all this for us to eat. I gotta hand it to you both. This is quite the treat. There are enough sheep here to feed the entire fleet. It's almost too perfect. I wonder if I can remove this dock and then re-put it back. Too good to be true. Why would the Lotus Eaters pass up on all this food? It's nice to meet you. Stranger, what's your name? My name is Nobody. 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 I skipped some of the lyrics, but it's fine. I kind of forgot what I was singing, so my brain just like jumped to the end. And I will fall in love. I haven't played Mabi in a hot minute. What's the 411? 411? What does that mean? Does that mean like rundown? Like what's happened lately? Well, we recently got G28. We also have 2 new Arcanas. So Melodic Puppeteer and whatever the fighter talent is. I don't know what it's called. I remember Melodic Puppeteer because you can dress up your little puppet and there's like a whole system. It's so cute. I haven't done the whatever the fighter is. Let me check. There is Melodic Puppeteer and Blazing Brawler. So those are the new Arcanas. I will fall. I'm leaning towards doing the generation quest today. For some reason, chat is still not working. I don't know what to do. Can I refresh this? Does this allow me to refresh? You are not the one. I am not the one you fell in love with. It's honestly a bummer because when one thing doesn't work, I feel okay, it works. It works now. And Marty, it works. I'm the architect of TikTok tech, a frequent flyer on a cosmic trek. I sorted through the quacks and quirks, and for once I know I made a thing that really works. So I haven't tried Blazing Brawler yet, but I'm enjoying Melodic Puppeteer. I just think the idea of making your own puppet is really adorable, but I think Melodic Puppeteer is more involved. So usually with the Arcana, you only do like 1 or 2 skills of your main thing, you know what I mean? And then everything else is whatever your Arcana is. But I think this one, Melodic Puppeteer, kind of makes you do everything. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it feels like to me. And then with G28, the story is last we closed the gate to the city of Murias, but Finda's fate is not solved. So we need to find the other city of the gods to close that gate to stop Finda's fate, which is basically like the end of the world for them. And then, so the city that we're at now is at Gorias. So there's some other like hooded figure who is there, like pulling the strings and stuff. I don't really know what their job is. To be fair, they just show up, laugh a little bit. It seems like they're like kind of like the mastermind, and they kind of like push people around. Like he was like laughing at Delga, he was laughing at some of the new characters like Fonse, and we learned that Saint Adelia, the one who the river is named after in Tircanel, is actually Aine's mom. That came out of nowhere. But hey, that's what happened there. I'm leaning towards doing the generation quest just because I feel like that's fun. But please let me know if you all prefer Blazing Brawler. And then we can play through that storyline. I will fall in... So we have to close the gate to the city of Gorias. But we don't really know what's going on entirely yet. And I am not doing that black combo card event. I'm sorry. I just cannot be bothered. Over and over again. I don't know how, where, or when. I'm trying to find what button is the quest button. Here it is. It was Q. I know that's embarrassing, but... We're on Winds of Fate. I don't know why Winds of Fate is before Apocalypse. Like, what's going on? Can I move this, actually? No, I can't move it. I can't even, like, pick it up and put it somewhere else. That's interesting. So we have to go to Duncan in Tircanel. That's right. We're asking people in Tircanel about Saint Adelia to try to understand who she is a little bit more, because Aina is curious because she never knew her mom. So it's something that she's, like, focused on, and everybody else on the expeditionary force is just like following her. I just realized I don't have audio. Oh, we actually have audio too. Sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know if I want to, Dime. The black combo card is so boring to me. Ooh, everybody's here. Hi, Aine. Ooh, I'm running into this wall. But I appreciate the all for Dime. I love that they have voice acting now. I kind of got thrown off when I heard Duncan's voice, but like, it honestly makes sense. Wait! Does Dungal have a voice? No, I don't think he does. I play the game mostly on mute when I'm off stream, so I don't really remember if he does. We need to check the other world before the end of stream, just to make sure. Well, now, it's nice to see a group of young folks come all the way out to visit. Ooh, I almost didn't put the chat back up. I see it now. I feel like Neji, you know, like I see it. Just 3 times a day. 3 times a day? Goodness. Ate because of menuing. Well, now, it's good to see a group of young folks come out all the way here to visit. The word around town is that you came to delve into the legend of Saint Adelia. Nah, that's right. I'd like to know more about her, whether it's the legend itself or the records that might still be here. I'd be glad for anything you've got. Here in Tircanel, the story of Saint Adelia has been passed down through the years, mainly by word of mouth, an oral tradition, you might say. The tale tends to vary slightly in the details. And hi, Dime! What is that? Chitalic converter? What is that? I've never heard of that before. Now I'm thinking Back to the Future. Is that a Back to the Future thing and I just don't remember it? The tale tends to vary slightly in the details from one account to another, but there's one thing on which all accounts agree. That is, the fact that she risked her very life facing off against a great monster. That it's thanks to her sacrifice that the village's peace was preserved. It sounds like at least the core essence of the story remains unchanged, even after all the years that have passed. I'm here, what did I miss? You missed literally nothing, other than I started G28. And thank you so much for the ping. You know, Back to the Future. I'm the architect. Okay, I thought so. Dime. I think there's a slight audio delay because I feel like I mentioned that a little bit ago. But okay, what was I saying? Oh, okay. I was talking about G28. Okay, I'm trying to like process again because my brain is like, what? So what did you miss, Lucian? You didn't miss much because we just started. I decided to do G28, but feel free if you want to tell me to do Blazing Brawler, which is the other Arcana. So last week we did Puppeteer, and we went through like the whole story with Glora and Melodic Puppeteer, and we got that talent. But there's also Blazing Brawler. That word is hard. Blazing Brawler. That also came out, which is like fighter and close combat. If you prefer to see that, let me know. We can do that story as well. But we are starting with G28. Oh! I like that, Dime. It sounds like at least... Okay, I already read that. So just for a quick update, Finda's fate is the end of the world. To prevent it, we have to close the City of the Gods. In G27, we closed the City of Murias. Now we have to find a way to close the gates to the City of Gorias. But its residents are not... They're hostile toward us. Now we're trying to find out who Aine's mother was, because she was inside Gorias, and they liked her. But also, Aine just wants to know more about her mom. Indeed, it's the nature of stories to change with the passage of time, recounted again and again. It reminds me of Dynasty Warrior. Oh my gosh, I love Dynasty Warrior. I miss Dynasty Warrior. And when I say I miss Dynasty Warrior, I literally only played one Dynasty Warrior, but that one was everything to me. No, I played 2 Dynasty Warriors. And I remember it because I was with a friend and I couldn't afford that Dynasty Warrior. And I was looking at it, and then I like at the store, like a game store. I couldn't afford it, and I just like was looking at something else. Well, my friend was looking at something else, and they were like, "Oh, do you like that game?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I do. It's a really fun series." I played like this other one, and they bought it for me, and I was really touched. It wasn't my birthday or anything. It was just a random gift. And she went silent. What do you mean I went silent? I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm checking my audio. I am still standing. Yet Adalia's selfless spirit shines through as clearly as ever. A pillar that sustains all of us here. Made you check the audio. I did! Lucian, that's diabolical. Because I have to. I get... I get paranoid because, especially with Mabi, the audio is weird. I don't know what's going on half the time. Yet Adalia's selfless spirit shines through as clearly as ever, a pillar that sustains all of us here. I've come to believe that this world of ours is ultimately built upon the sacrifices of noble people like her. I can only make it so easy for you. You mean the Black Combo Card event? Yes. That's right, because Dime was responding. You're diabolical, Lucian. As the chief, it makes me proud to see everyone care so much about the past. Is the past well worth remembering? On that note, let me give you this guidebook. We had it printed up some time ago, and includes the story of how the stream here came to bear Saint Adalia's name. I don't care about that. I guess we do care about that, but it feels really irrelevant. I have plenty, so go on and take a couple. Don't be shy now. Duncan begins handing out books, a copy for each member of the party. Oh gosh, you didn't have to give us as many. 1 or 2 would have been fine. You receive a copy of Tierkana Tia Cornell's envisions from what was that? What's that word? Where is it? It's literally not here. I don't see it. It's not here. Is it in the VIP? You're diabolical. No, it's not. This is not it. Thank you so much for the ping. I don't see it. I had to check when this expires because I'm like 8 days, right? I don't want that to expire because those things are actually really good. I'm mad at this. Ooh, I don't know if I can make this more organized. Somehow I did. Somehow it's a little bit neater. How long till she realize she hasn't eaten the cookie? Are you pulling my leg? No, you're pulling my leg. Wait, no, you did redeem the cookie. Where's my cookie? Give it to me. And Marty, it works, it works, it works, it works. In terms of the vernacular. Okay, I have it now. So when I did it, it worked. When Lucien did it, it didn't work. What happened? Was it because my hand was too close to my face? But here it is. Here's my oh, shoot. I just like sucked it up like Kirby, you know? You made it despawn. I ate it. I ate it. It's not despawning. It's eating. The Tia Cornell environs. Okay, okay. Can we really just take this? Do we even have enough space on our shelves back at camp for it? Don't be ungrateful. You know what I mean? Like, don't like say stuff like that. Just graciously accept it. And then like Duncan already said something. We don't need someone else to say something too. I don't know. Is that rude for just me, or does everyone think that's kind of rude? Take it with my blessing. If you really want to understand Tia Cornell, there are a few sources out there better than this book. And if you have any other questions, you're always welcome to drop by and chat a while. I hope you're able to get closer to the truth you're seeking for. Eine classical book she received from Duncan close to her chest. What? 정말 감사합니다. What did she say Chief was? After exploring Tir Cornell, the members of the Windfall Mercenary Corps gather in a secluded spot to talk. Oh, they had to be behind that fence. It's wild Twitch is still bold enough to have a convention anymore. Honestly, Dime, yeah, I didn't mention it, but I feel like, was it last year or the year before that when things went wild? But at the same time, I've never been to TwitchCon and I've never had a desire to go to TwitchCon. So it's not like I was like watching videos and stuff. How was it always bad? Was it always bad, or is that a new development? Like, is what happened 1 or 2 years ago a new thing? Or has that been going on repeatedly? Have a good stream, Lucien? Yes, it's going to be a good stream because you're going to stay. Just kidding. If you need to go ahead. But thank you so much for stopping in. It was so fun to have you. Like, multiple years things happened. I see. That's horrible. Then yeah, they really shouldn't be doing stuff. Like, to me, it... Because that's when that person approached somebody. I'm sorry, I forgot who it was. But they approached and like tried to hug her. And then like they got close. To me, that symbolizes a problem. Already. It's not the hug that was the problem. It's 1, they could have had a weapon. That's one thing. 2, she had a bodyguard, but they were told like she couldn't have a bodyguard. Isn't that exactly what bodyguards are for? Isn't that what the security should have been doing? I could be mixing events, but I feel like that was TwitchCon, if I remember correctly. So to me, as a convention, especially a long-running one, like, especially a long-running convention, you should, like, the first year, things are gonna be rocky, right? Like, because it's a new convention. The second year, maybe things are rocky, but more things are solved. By the third year, you should have your stuff figured out, right? At least that's how I feel. I've never held a convention, so I don't really know for sure how that thing operates. But at year 3, you should allow, like, your guests, like the panelists, bodyguards, bare minimum. 2, you should be doing some sort of baggage check. Or, like, not baggage check, but, like, certain substances should not be in a convention. Like, at all. And then, like, things like that need to be monitored. I'm so confused about why so many bad things happened. And if you're a big company, like, you're not a small group of, like, 5 people holding your first convention, like the one My Little Pony convention, or, like, you're not Rainforest, and you shouldn't want to be. Meow, 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 meow. Lemon, the only one cats ask for by name. And I'm doing fantastic. You know, Lucian left, and then Lemon came. I'm wondering, are Lucian and Lemon the same person? Just kidding. You ever have theories like that? It reminded me, have you ever seen that, like, coffee pasta that it was like it'll be like, Lemon, for years I've built like, for years I've, like, followed your content and have been watching you. I am your one and only viewer, and to prove it, I will say the same message on all of my accounts, and it will be like every single, like, it will be like a person who has, like, thousands of followers, and every single one of their followers is copying and pasting that message. It's so funny, man. Have you ever seen that? Oh, I just realized. Wait a second. I wanted to put the chat on the screen. Chat on the screen. It's in chat. What if I made it? Hold on, let me fix it a little bit. Make it 400 maybe. Lemon is late, shaking my head. LOL, imagine. Why is this? It's really ant chat if I make this one message fit. Like, it's really ant chat. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, actually, you can kind of see it. Hold on. Oh. Better late than never. What do you mean better late than? Oh, yeah. 100%. To be honest, I still don't know what to think of all of this. I chose this path because I wanted to fight back against the divine beasts, because that was the right thing to do. I never could have imagined that decision would be what led me to finally discovering the truth about my mother. The Adalia in the legends was someone who didn't hesitate to put her life on the line to save others. Somehow, she ended up being so much grander than I imagined. The folks here all seem to have positive things to say about Adalia. There's no doubt in their minds that she was a good person. It's interesting that, that he said it like that. Oh my gosh, we're back again. Dime is back, so tell a friend. Or maybe Lemon's back. Guess who's back? Lemon's back. Lemon, is your name actually pronounced Lemon? I feel like I've been calling you Lemon. It reminds me of when I used to call Dime DM, right? Is Lemon really Lemon? And I feel bad because there's also a person named Faye Fire Circus. But I forgot what I called them. It was like, I think I called them, like, I don't remember what I said their name was. Lemon Dime is back again. You guys got that impression too, didn't you? Whenever you'd bring her up, people's expression would soften up. I wouldn't complain about all the gifts we were given thanks to that. Although we did almost end up getting our weapons repaired by Fergus. I just say Lemon. It's probably still an accent. Lemon. And welcome in, Abby. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. I do appreciate the books. Oh, that's right. Delga has a lot more space because she lives in Math Dungeon, right? Based on the account, Isla left behind. It seems like my mother really wanted me to live a normal life. Well, no, duh. Lemon. Layman is a word, right? Like a dumb person? Layman, right? Someone who's like uneducated? Layman? It sounds like a cool name though, like layman. If I didn't know what it meant, there's some words that sound beautiful if you don't know what they mean. Like, nublado. It's like fog. Like, it's foggy outside. But like, if I didn't know what it meant, I would be like, that's a good boy name, right? I'm decent. Got work tomorrow and this weekend. What is another one? Juvia? I feel that way about like Luna. I know somebody who changed their name to a Spanish word that is not a name. So think of like for example, like I'm just looking around like think of the word like bed. And then you know someone who doesn't speak Spanish name themselves, or like think about it in English. They name themselves like laundry. It sounds pretty, right? But then like you know English and you're like, laundry's not a name. And then that's how I met somebody who changed their name to a Spanish name, to a Spanish word that was not a name. And I was like, oh. But they were happy with it, so you know what, like, I don't mind. It just struck me as interesting. It's more like an average person saying uneducated is an extra way to go about it. Oh, is it really? So it's average person. Because I feel like layman is often used as an insult. So that's why I thought it was more negative than average. Hashtag shouldn't be a name either. Is hashtag somebody's name? Does somebody have the name hashtag? Because back in my day, we called it pound. Okay, let me stop. As long as they're happy with it. I also knew somebody who had a very simple name, but they went out of their way to change it to a very complicated name on purpose because they liked the uniqueness. Based on the... Okay. That's probably why Isla and my aunt never told me anything about what happened. I'm decent. Got work tomorrow and this weekend. We'll have a great day at work, Abby. An online friend made my name, so no idea. They would always call me by one of my nicknames. Interesting. But here I am. Sword in hand, fighting alongside of all of you. Funny how that works out. It is kind of funny, now that you mention it. Her mom was a hero, and she was a hero. I guess I really take after my mother after all. You're fighting to keep people safe, just like she did. Don't sell yourself short. You've got people working for you. You lead your own band of mercenaries. And I can't stress this enough. The queen is paying your bills. That's funny. I like that. It's strange, hearing these stories about the mother I never knew. It feels like she's telling me something. I have a question. So, you know how Sephra said, don't sell yourself short. You're leading a group of mercenaries and stuff like this. If you're with your 3 friends, so you're a group of 3 friends, and would you refer to someone as a leader? Personally, if I'm in a group of my friends, this is not like employee-employer relationship, it is friends, would you call one of your friends the leader? Like, I've never done that. I don't know if other people do that, though. It can be, but the phrase is usually a neutral term, or it's turned into such over the years. I see. Thank you. Hearing stories about the mother I never knew, it feels like she's telling me something. Like, you're on the right path. Don't doubt yourself. The fearless leader, LOL. You see, I only listen to that because it's like a joke, you know, like nobody's actually like I'm nobody's actual leader, right? Usually your friends would. Really? You would call you would call one of your friends the leader. That's baffling to me. I don't know, maybe my personality is too maybe I'm too like like what's the word, like like self-centered. The more I thought about that, the more my doubts and fears just sort of melted away. That's why I'm going to keep pressing onward until I reach that very end of this path. Just like my mother protected everyone in Tirkanel, I'm going to fight to defend the people I love from a terrible fate. Lemon, that's crazy. You know, I bought lemons today. I'm gonna make lemonade. My friends used to, mostly because I was getting everyone into trouble. Okay, yeah. Okay, then that makes sense. Okay, because somebody's got to take the fall, right? But then leader, in that case, isn't a good word. To be fair, I don't think I ever started fights. Well, I've never started fights in a group. I love lemonade. Welcome in, Zaki. I love lemonade too. I'm addicted to lemonade. Recently, I found out that lemonade concentrate is a thing. And I have not been well since I figured that out. Because now I get lemonade concentrate. And then I pour it like into a cup. And it's supposed to be diluted 4-to-1, right? I don't do that. I dilute it like a little bit. So it's the other way. Instead of 4-to-1, I do like 1-to-4. Just so we can get the slimy texture out of the way. Because I feel like if you don't dilute it at all, it's too slimy and it sticks to your throat. But if you just put a little bit of water, get rid of that sliminess, the tartness is just divine. And I love that. Bruh, what do you mean? I would always come up with stuff to do, for better or for worse. Honestly, that reminds me of one of my friends. I've already told you about Tang Cake, but we've done crazy stuff. It's meant to make like fruit punch. Not for me. That thing it's just so good. I love lemonade concentrate. Diabetes speedrun, it might be. Should I stop? It's so good. It's so tangy. I just love the sour taste. Should I just drink lemon? I could just drink lemon juice. Because then there's no added sugar in that. It's just the lemon sugar. So maybe it's fine, right? I could eat lemon. Ooh, lemon with sugar? Okay, let me stop. In Ina's gaze, you see a rekindled spirit. In her confident voice, a renewed resolve. Family, mother, bonds. All I wanted is... I feel so bad for Delga. I feel like I mentioned this last time, but now seeing her again, I'm reminded about like the genocide her people went through. And that is horrible. And she has to sit here watching Ina get like rekindled while she has nothing. It's sad. No, what I desire is to stop Finda's fate. Girl, you can be serious. Like, you can be honest with yourself. I think they sell lemonade crystal packs to make individual cups of each, but I don't like the powder. To be fair, I would drink the concentrate. Like, I love concentrate. I realize this. But I can't drink packets. You know, that's a powder. But I do love pixie sticks. I do love powder, but I don't like it when it sticks to your throat. That irritates me. You know how... Why do you have to stream so late? You dare not schedule around me specifically. Oh no, Zaki. Oh no. It's like 1 a.m. your time, right? I feel like it's really late over there. Where are you from again? Are you from... I forgot. Where are you from? I love Pixie 6. Same. Mood time. Mood. Anything I could hope for beyond that would be an indulgence. Immaterial as the wind. What are you talking about, Delga? It's okay to want things. It's okay to desire things. It's okay to want something more for yourself. Like, that's normal. Like, her only goal in life is to save the world. For better or for worse. Once upon a time, many years ago. Lebanon. I'm gonna try to remember that because I feel like it's familiar now. It's 12 a.m. right now. There was a priestess who walked in the light of the... What? In the light of the god of love. I don't know why. I think the lemonade concentrate's getting to me. Just kidding, because lemonade concentrate. Does lemonade have... No, it doesn't have caffeine, right? Hold on. I think it might be the sugar, actually. I think it's sugar. Oh, shoot. I clicked the wrong button. Why did it do that? You see, it's freaking out. Oh, because it's Whoa! It's projecting what's behind me. Like, it's projecting what's behind the black screen. That's kind of funny. There was a priestess who walked in the light of the love... Oh, in the god of love. She shared this love and with all those around her, praying to her god each day. I like this picture. May the people cry no more, and may peace endure forever. Lemonade is caffeine. I can't. Well, a lot of things have caffeine sneaked into it. Those who heard her laugh, they thought her prayer was absurd. Why? The village had always been a peaceful place, and few were the days that gave occasion for tears. They make me feel like my blood sugar is going through the roof. To be, like, for me, I'm addicted to sugar. Like, I know I am. I gotta just stop sometimes. Same with pasta. If it was up to me, I'd eat pasta every day for every meal. But I know that's not healthy. So I don't. And then when I do eat pasta, I try to balance it out a little bit, like with protein pasta or fiber-enriched pasta, just so that it's something, right? And few were the days that gave occasion for tears. But one day, a great monster appeared, darkening the skies. The people were thrown into despair, fearing for their lives. It's giving rave masters. You must eat real food. I know, right, Sabby? It's so unfortunate. I wish I could eat pasta every day. The beast towered over all, so terrifying that none dared to confront it. None dared to confront it. Nah, we must eat sugar. I agree. And so the priestess prayed to her god once more. And I've been loving cottage cheese. Ever since I found it, I just keep buying it and I eat that. Which is crazy. It's really good. But now I'm worried about, like, cholesterol level. Because, like, how much cheese are you allowed to eat a day? May this humble body bear the people's sorrow in their stead. That's a crazy prayer. Very noble, though. Her prayer, offered in such earnest, rose to the skies, reaching her god's listening ear. Suddenly, the monster vanished without a trace. No sign remained of the priestess, who was taken away into the heavens. From that day forward, the tears the people were spared became a stream, flowing through the center of the village. Sugar is the downfall of humanity, but I love it so much. I know, right? You worry? Me too. That's why you gotta be careful. And I'm so mad. I think I need to find a new doctor because I don't need to get into it, but basically they're refusing to give me my test results. And I'm like, why? Why? I paid for it. It was only then that the people understood her true heart. And so, to that bright and clear brook, that flowed in place of the people's tears, the villagers lent her sacred name. Ever after, it would be known as... I don't know what she said. I wanted to repeat it in Korean, but I did not. Like, just regular tests. So, like, blood tests and everything. I just wanted to know. And then they were like, yep, everything's good. And I'm like, well, what's good? What did you test? And I hate this. Like, why don't you tell me? Why? Why do I have to hassle? Alright. Alright. You found the flux capacitor. I love the little bears. Ooh. I don't need a clear Fido. I don't need a clear Fido. An old story from Grandma. Is there anybody in Mabi whose outfit you'd wear? I think I'd wear Delga's. I think Delga's is cute. Just change this ribbon. The sandals look kind of goofy, but let me check. There's goofy and then there's uncomfortable, and she has uncomfortable because look, the little like toe thing. I hate that toe thing. But I do like the sleeves. I do like the revealed like arm. It's not revealed shoulder, but like I like it. I think it's cute. I think the overall silhouette is cute too. I would not wear this. Like, I'm sorry. I would not wear this either. Sephra is kind of looking cuter though. I don't know. I think maybe it's the color. I don't know. Something about Sephra's outfit is better than like Declan and Ines, personally. And hello, Brony. How are you? The long road ahead. Thanks for coming with me. I always thought of my search to find out more about my mother as a personal quest. I never imagined that when I finally did learn about her, you'd be right there with me. Thanks to that, I feel like the one corner of my heart that has always been empty has been filled. At least a little. You know what would be crazy? Why are you so short? Why do you have to say it like that? Just kidding. There's nothing wrong with being short. Being short is cute. It's fun size, okay? And why am I so short? Genetics. And I'm fantastic. Good question. Most games never feature anything I'd wear, let alone on an NPC. That's crazy. But I guess you're right. Because I feel that way about a lot of games. But Mabi is not one of those games. Like, I feel like Mabi has a lot of very close styles. Maybe not exactly my style. Oh, actually, there is at least one. I hate that. I can't open the dressing room in the middle of a conversation. Like, I know why, and I know it makes sense. Because who's opening the dressing room in the middle of a conversation? However, my mind instantly thinks, oh, I want to, like, click it and then see my outfits. I can make you short too. What does that mean? Anime styles are better than game characters. My hot take. To me, they're both equal. You know, and I'll go further and say like almost every form of character design is similar. But there are some times when certain styles thrive more than others. For example, a VTuber character design would not really be a good TV character design because normally the reason why is VTubers like to have a lot of visual interest at the top, but then they forget about the bottom. Like, there's nothing you're doing with your legs, like 90% of the time. Unless you're a 3D VTuber who's like dancing, then I can see that. But most live 2D streamers only show the top half of their character. Therefore, all of the interest is in the top half. So then when you're watching that kind of character, while beautiful on a screen for like TV, is not good because you can't really... it doesn't make sense, right? It needs to be more balanced than that. You're gonna put Dead by Daylight to download overnight and eat. Oh, have a good one. And Zaki, I didn't know you played DBD. We were just talking about DBD yesterday. But I don't stream DPD anymore. I get too anxious. I can't play a terrifying game for 2 hours. I can't do it. I've tried. But by the end of that stream, I was so like jumpy. Like so jumpy I could not even do a generator. I was so thankful to be with my friends because I refuse to play that game with randos because they're so mean to me. I'm sensitive. I'm a sensitive soul. So I'm with my friends and I'm failing the gen like 40 times. The killer's just looking at me like, what's going on? Girl, like, get it together. Yeah, Lalafell. Oh, I love Lalafell. They're so cute. I never played this. This is your first time to download it. Okay, good luck, good luck. It should be fine. All the traveling and searching for her you've done and getting some answers only filled that space a little bit? Honestly, I figured it'd be way more than that, Aine. Don't tell her how to feel. Sorry if it took you by surprise. It took me by surprise. The hatred in his eyes. I pushed that man as far as he could go, but he lacked the words to let me know. I acted out, now I can see it is my fault. It's just that these days, the Windfall Mercenary Corps fills a bigger space in my heart than my mother. Brilliant comeback. If I was like out here grieving the loss of my mother and somebody said that to me, like, oh, it didn't make you happier? I don't know. Like, I would not be chill and I would not have thought that quick to say like, oh, you guys are more important to me than my mom, basically. So Declan, Safra, Delga, and you too. I wanted to say thank you for being here for me. I'm sure the journey would have been a lot harder without you by my side. Why is the music so loud? Like, it feels like the music of the game, like the background music is way louder than the voices right now. Is it just me? It's not like we did anything difficult though. I was worried that because of how long ago it all happened, we wouldn't really learn much. So I'm glad we actually managed to find out as much as we did. That's true. And Sephra is the one who's actually speaking right here. Declan is kind of frying me. It's nothing you need to feel grateful for. I did it because of... No. I did it... Oh no. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's fine. I got scared. Because I broke a nail. And I didn't feel pain, but I thought the whole thing rose up. But it was only like the edge of it, so it's fine. I thought it went into the nail bed, and that's scary. But it's just the edge, so it doesn't matter. The free edge is what they call it. Makes it kind of easy when they're, you know, time. No, I did what came naturally. 알겠어요. I wish I could speak Korean. I want to! Thank you all the same, Dalga. I really appreciate you following your natural inclinations. Aine knows what's up. Like, she knows. With all the care you guys have shown me, I need to pull myself back together. I can't keep clinging to the past forever. But you weren't clinging onto the past forever. You indulged yourself, like, less than a year. Like, I'm surprised at how quick you moved on. Is it just me? But alright. I don't want to tell her how to feel. If she's ready to move on, we're all ready to move on. True. The gate to Gorias is still wide open, and the divine beasts haven't showed any sign of letting up. If we don't put a stop to this soon, it's only a matter of time until we hear about another city getting blown to bits like Dunbarton. Maja. Speaking of which, let's head to Dunbarton, shall we? We've got work left to do there, after all. Back to the dangerous door again. Guess it just comes with the territory when we answer to the queen. True. The music's throwing me off because it doesn't even fit the vibe. Anyway, I just wanted to say you look a lot better now than that you're back to your usual over-energetic self, Aine. That would make me feel self-conscious if I heard that. Alright, looks like we're all on the same page. Let's get going. Onward. I feel like together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. It's kind of like their theme song. I figured as much because I was like, that's not Tier Cornell's sound effect. So I was trying to figure out why it's so strong. But yeah, it makes sense. It's just really loud and it doesn't fit the vibe. But yeah. I guess it is their music, so it makes sense. Don't you think so? I do pretty well on my own. That's true. That seems very optimistic. I agree. I'm not gonna ruin the vibes. I'm just gonna say I agree, right? Because like this is kind of rude, right? That seems very optimistic. Basically, like you need a dose of reality. I do pretty well on my own. I don't like you guys. That's what it looks like to me. So I'm just gonna say I agree. I agree. Oh man, it's always responsible. I knew you'd think so. You and I are like two peas on a plate. On a plate? Two peas in a pod. But okay. It reminds me of the My Little Pony song. My big brother, best friend forever. Like two peas in a pod, we did everything together. That's more like what I would say to them. Which one? The first, second, or third one? In all honesty, I do pretty well on my own. I'm a very introverted person. I don't need like validation from other people. And I struggle in group projects. Like, I tolerate you guys, lol. But again, it's the difference in dynamic, you know? Like, if you all joke that way, then it's okay, right? You need head pats? Well, thank you, I appreciate it. But to me, the vibe feels like positive. Especially because she's like, I don't know, it feels like she's dealing with stuff with her mom. So I don't want to bring the energy down. That might be why I always feel so much more pumped up when you're around. It looks like Aina is finally feeling more like her usual self again. Together with her and the other mercenaries, you head to Dumbarton once more. Like, did she even know her mom? No, I don't think so. Yeah, because she was given up as a baby, so it's likely they spent like a couple of months together. When does a child... No, because she was holding the baby, right? When does... I don't know, like when does nursing stop? When is it practical to give away a child? Because like she was holding the baby wrapped, right? Like it's not a toddler. Like it's not like 2. It's not like 1. When do they start walking? But even if you don't know that person, you don't miss them particular, but you miss out on the experiences that could have been, right? So like, I would honestly put her in a similar position as Delga. Because Delga had her mom. There was like the whole genocide thing. And that's like traumatizing, but not having a parent is traumatizing in the other way. And in fact, she didn't have a mom or a dad. She was orphaned. So like now I'm thinking about little orphan Annie, you know, like the sun will come out tomorrow. So instead of having like a loving, stable family, she was likely thrown around places until she eventually became a mercenary. A mercenary isn't like a good, comfy job. It's not like she became, like, I don't know, like a librarian or something, you know, like it's not a stable one. Once you're like 3, you can waddle around unassisted. Oh, that's cute. So she very likely struggled. And, you know, in that time, I imagine that she would have thought, like, where's my mom? Where's my dad? Like, why wasn't I taken care of? And she sees other kids, you know, being kids, and she has to grow up. You know, because there's nobody taking care of her, really. But now that I'm thinking about it, she did have somebody. She had Isla, right? But then when did she leave Isla? Because it's like she never heard of Isla before. This is why I feel like the writing is kind of off. Because what do you mean, like, shouldn't she have been raised by the church? Like, what happened? But she was raised by her aunt, right? You see, this is confusing. This is even more confusing than it was before. Because now that I'm thinking about it, she wasn't just raised randomly. After Saint Delia gave the kid, Aine, to the Pontiff Isla, something happened. And she got put in the care of her aunt? ? Question mark? Is that her actual aunt, or is that like somebody who's playing the role of aunt? Now I'm confused. I'm even more confused than I was like 5 seconds ago. We're heading to Dunbarton. We're heading to Dunbarton. The blasted ruins of a once vibrant town remains where the embers still smolder. I'm just wondering when the timeline was. It feels like it was pulled out of the keister. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how are you gonna make the most like pivotal character to the series? So far in this story, Aine is the pivotal character, right? And they made her necklace like the pivotal object, but her object is just a circle pendant. I would have never looked at that twice. Character design wise, it feels really out there, really random. At least with Piran, his wing heart looked noticeable, right? Like it wasn't out of nowhere. Because it looked significant immediately, not like a circle pendant. It's literally just a circle. It's literally a circle. I would have never looked at that twice. I'm looking at the rest of her design, and I feel like the scar would have been a better point to like look at. I don't know. maybe I'm... You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like this necklace is significant enough. But maybe it is. Maybe I'm the weird one. I'm not a character designer. I don't know. The blessed out town square, the smoke hanging in the air, the people who still haven't found yet. It feels like this entire arc shouldn't even be in the game. I'd argue Alban Knights feels that way too. Alban Knights. What do you mean? Like the Divine Knights? Divine Knights was fire. Leave my Divine Knights out of this. Do you mean the Baltane mission stuff? Because the Baltane mission does feel a little bit out of place, especially with the whole like likability, like that whole mess. I understand why some people like it. I just cannot. I just cannot. And this is coming from someone who loves visual novels and stuff, and I love when your choices mean something. I just felt like the system that Mabi had was not significant enough. You mean the Divine Knights? Leave my Divine Knights out of this. I love them. I would not change anything about the Divine Knights, actually. Not one thing. Okay, Avalyn is not my favorite kind of character, but I still liked Avalyn. Talvish was fine. I felt like he was the most random out there person in the series. Altum, if you remove Divine Knights, you have to remove Altum, and I can't have that. Catherine, this one was so good. And even though Altum wasn't a main part of G20, well, he was there. Like, he was definitely there. But, like, it was definitely centered around Finny and Caswin. And this, iconic. Like, iconic. Again, Talvish is the most confusing character here. But Finny, Caswin, this was beautiful. Like, their relationship was beautiful. What Finny went through was crazy, and I really liked it. Llewellyn was kind of sudden. I won't lie. He was kind of sudden. Like, I don't think he was relevant in 19 and 20. It was like 21 where you learn more about Llewellyn, and that was wild. Seeing Altum again was great too. I have no complaints about that. Even this, to be fair, Morphe and this guy, they were kind of random. They were, but at the same time, I liked them. I felt like they fit in. But let me stop talking about this. It feels like a drastic departure from like Goddess and Alchemist arcs. You're right. And I think that's kind of why I like Saga, but I also hated Saga because of the way that they did it. For anyone who doesn't know, Saga, a lot of it was not actual actions. It was a lot of it like a play, which was kind of funny immediately after Shakespeare. So we had like play, and then like two like Mabi, like regular quests like these for Merchant of Venice and Macbeth. And then when we went to Saga, it took like a really like comedy turn. I don't know why. It was like a movie. Like it was like they're acting out the role. So it was kind of strange. I didn't hate it, but it felt very out of place. Yeah, Shakespeare also was kind of out there. I don't know why they did that. But to be fair, I actually really like Shakespeare. I know a lot of people don't like it. I loved Hamlet and I love Romeo and Juliet. Merchant of Venice and Macbeth were a miss, though. In my opinion. Apocalypse feels great. I don't know if I'm saying that because Piran is there, but it feels great. And then, like, we had great characters here, too. Other than Vane. I don't like Vane. But Seth was cool. Piran was cool. Marlied was cool. Batir. Tanny had me crying. What was her name? I forgot what her name was. I feel like it was MU something. It's Talik. Oh, I just realized Talik. Millie? No, it's not Milla. Milla was a weird character in general. Who is this guy? Oh, he's like the bad guys with Seth. Anyway, let me focus. I don't think everything needs to have like the old Mabi flair as long as the story continues. In fact, I actually liked how we took a detour into I'm sorry, I keep saying let me move on and then keep talking about it. But I actually really liked G27. There was some scenes that were a little bit creepy. I'm sorry, Lennon. You kind of creep me out sometimes. But Vertrag was a great character. I liked Ina, Sephra, all of them. I really liked this. G26, I really like too. Because I think I like it when they kind of bring back attention to the main character, like you. And I like when it's not just like, oh, you're the hero who saves time. I like it when it's like, you know, I've mentioned this before, but when it's not just everything is happy, you know? And then Delga is directly like, you're the problem. And I kind of like that. Like, I like it when they think for themselves. And it's one reason why I do like Tarlock. Because he wasn't just sitting there listening to whatever we said. But he did what he felt was right with the knowledge he had. And I appreciated that. The smoke is hanging in the air. The people who still hadn't been found yet. It's like a sobering reality to step back into, isn't it? Gaze out at the ruins of the town. I get the feeling this will probably take them quite a while to fix back up like it used to be. Well, I mean, yeah. If only we could have taken down those divine beasts faster. This would have never happened. Well, I mean, like, don't blame yourself. Like, how are you gonna know that the divine beasts were gonna come to Dumbarton and then do all this and explode and the gate to the city of Gorias would have been right there? If it didn't happen now, it would have happened later. So there's no use, like, blaming yourself. Liking it and how congruent they feel to the game are two different things. I feel that, but at the same time, Mabi has been going on for, like, years. Like, 16 years. So, I don't know. I'm not really expecting... I don't know. Maybe I'm just... You know, I love Mabi. So maybe I'm apologetic for Mabi. You know what I mean? Maybe that's true. Maybe I'm biased. But I'm not really looking for, like, consistency like that. Like, the stories, as long as they're generally similar. But it's true, like, some things, like Shakespeare, if you removed it, the game still would have made sense. Like, Avon has almost no significance. Other than Shakespeare, right? But at the same time, I'm glad we have it, because it's funny. It's funny because the end of the world plot could make sense. They're just not fleshing it out well, in my opinion. I feel that. For me, I like the end of the world part. I just don't like the villain who's, like, going around laughing. Like, are you gonna do something or are you just gonna giggle? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do something. Like, do something. Like, at least Fandla, you know, like the green-haired villain in Apocalypse, and Dirhibil, at least we knew what their motivations were. You know what I mean? We knew who Seth was. You know, like, he was kidnapping people. Like, their motives are all very clear. The only one who's, like, less clear than the others is, like, Vane. Because, like, he actively helped the player character, which undermined everybody else's. So, Vane is the most confusing character. But like everyone else and their motivations and their actions kind of like they all make sense. I don't know why I said that. What was I going at? What was I saying? Like, I feel like I was going somewhere, but... What was I going at? Oh, yeah, I was saying that, like, we know what their motivations and stuff are. So when they do something, I like it. You know, because at least they're being true to who they are. But the villain of this series is just giggling. Like, all they're doing is giggling, laughing, like, oh, I thought I'd have more fun with you, and then leave. And I'm like, who are you? As far as I know, I don't know who or what the villain even is in this arc. It's one person. Like, I don't know if you've seen them, but like, they're just like giggling every now and then. And I'm like, you serve no purpose. Regretting what's done won't accomplish much in the present. What's important now is that we stop this from happening anywhere else. Right. We don't have time to throw a pity party. I'm a pity party in flames. Like we've been doing all along. We should know what we can do and do that. I can't even remember them being there. Yeah, that is the problem. In my opinion, I agree with you, Dime. Like, so far, I really like the people who have been added. Like, I feel like Adelia was kind of random. Like, the whole Aine being the daughter of Adelia, Saint Adelia, was kind of wild. I feel like they threw that last minute. And then, like, the Divine Beast being a problem since the beginning, like 100 years ago or whatever. That being, like, I don't know. There's some inconsistency, and I'm waiting for them to, like, talk about it. And then... But I do like the character like Fonse, for example, the golem who appeared. I want to see more of them. You know, like, we knew who Lennon was almost immediately. We knew who Vertrag was immediately. You know, so I liked that kind of progression. Right now, I'm more confused than I was before. You know what I mean? Like, in G28 is, in general, more confusing than G27, in my opinion. Like, I knew exactly what was happening in G27. Ngorias, I'm certain there's something in the city of the gods we have yet to discover. Oh, that reminds me. The queen promised to send us a whole team of scholars, didn't she? I hope that with their help, we'll be able to pick up some new insights. We should have fought like the Divine Beast early or in the generations or something. Yeah, I agree. So I know if Divine Beasts, if they were gonna like plan it into the story, so I assume, I don't know, I'm not on the Mabi team, obviously, but I assume that, like, every, you know, like, when G22 is being made, G25 would have been a pot already. You know, that's what I'm assuming. So I'm assuming that by G26, they were already thinking about G28, right? Then I can't understand why Divine Beasts are a new threat. You know what I mean? Like, surely they're gonna talk about it, surely. But it feels like a little disjointed from their own generation, like their own like bundle. You know, like everyone has their bundle, and then they're usually similar. But now I'm kind of getting confused. It's like they're retconning part of G26 for G28. Do you know what I mean? And it just feels weird. At least that's how it feels to me. Maybe we'll get more answers. Maybe. I hope. Aina turns to you, a resolute look in her eyes. My mother gave everything she had for the sake of Tirconel. I want to do the same to help the people here. In order to prevent this tragedy from repeating itself, we have to shut the gate of Gorias. Like, yes, we knew that. Doing things like that is exactly why I founded the Windfall Mercenary Corps. Now you're sounding like a proper captain. After hearing that, I feel like I've got a reason to swing my sword again. Choa. Now that we all have a sense of common purpose, I'm sure we can stand up to whatever threats this mission throws our way. Doing what we can bit by bit. That's how we operate, right? Tilt your head, nod. I'm gonna nod. What do you mean tilt my head? Nod. Thanks for always being so supportive. Continue. Alright, everyone, it's time to shine. The world's facing a crisis, so let's steer it off. The path is in whatever way we can. Hold on, change the fate of the world? Doesn't that sound like a little too lofty of a goal to set for a handful of mercenaries? It seems like, well, even small changes here and there add up. I think we'll be able to make a real difference.
저도 같은 생각이에요. 모두와 함께라면 조금씩 앞으로 나아갈 수 있을 거예요.
And you know what? I'm sorry to mention this again, but I feel like it's interesting too, because one thing I liked about Apocalypse was that they kept bringing it back to the Malaysian. Like by the time G28 happened, Piran ran into Fafiata, and then he had like the mental breakdown in Fafiata, right? And then we were able to help with that mental breakdown. I like it when it centers us as a main character. I don't know why. Is that weird? And I like how I forgot which one it was. I don't know if it was Apocalypse, but like there was a section where we as the main character was having our own mental breakdown, and then they were like, I gotta pull it together, you know? I don't remember when that was, but I really like that too, because I don't know. I just like it. We should. Yeah, I would have been interested if they had brought the Divine Beast earlier, Dime. I do agree with that. Kind of like a spoiler for Legend of Dragon, but you end up fighting an old, weakened version of a particular problem. You will show up later in the story. Right. For me, I think I just don't like how G28 feels like it's retconning G26 a little bit. Because like G26, oh wow, there's a whole new threat called Divine Beast, and I'm like, okay, I'm all for it. I'm all for it for a new threat, because you know what, we have to add new concepts to keep the game fresh, right? So I don't mind Divine Beast being the new problem. But then in G28, they're like, actually, Divine Beasts aren't a new threat. They're a really old threat. So it feels a little bit off. That's the spirit. Working together, all of our small steps are sure to carry us a great distance. Alright, is everyone ready? Let's show them how the Windfall mercenaries do things. Aine. Do you really think it's possible to bring about a change that can be felt in a world where you're not the strongest or the greatest? Delga's already going through it, so like I get it. Like the answer is of course yes, but like she's going through it, so I'm not mad. Kiria? Is that what they're saying? Kiria? Kenjana? This thing again. What is this? And you know what? That symbol appeared in Sephra earlier. They better not say that Sephra is linked to the city of Gorias. That is gonna throw me off if they do that. Delga's living in a prison of her own design, true. But at the same time, she did, like, let's not underestimate what she went through. Because she, like, literally witnessed the genocide of her own family. And not just her family, but her entire race. So, like, that's huge. Oh, shoot, I don't think I read it. I think I just read it in my head and then continued. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? I'm scared. I don't want to lose you too. I don't want you to stop too. Oh. You know as well as I do, Fonse. Talaga has already reached the end of its lifespan. But I can't leave you like this. The city and I, we are bound together, but you're different, Fonse. Your portrait does not fit the scenario. Yeah, I get it. I only hope that everyone I have awakened can safely leave this place. This is rough. So Fonse just has to sit there, like, with all of her friends dying, essentially. Well, I guess it's not dying as much as, like, shutting down. I'm pretty sure they can, like, restart. You know, like, at least when I look at him, I'm thinking, like, Laputa and how they were able to restart the little robots. So maybe it's like that. I don't know. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it so. Kiria. Please, if there's some way to save you. Please help me find my son. He's still in there somewhere. Still can't believe the house is gone. Gutted by fire, just like that. Have mercy on us, Olimeric. Take away this pain, I pray. Keep calm, everyone. More help is on the way, so keep that road clear. Oh, you're irritating me. Are you the random NPC that's crying? Yeah. I mean, laughing. They're laughing all the time. You see what I mean? Like, they have, like, different shape, different form, different look all the time. And then they just sit there giggling. Like, they don't do anything. Look, you're just walking. You just cried a little bit in the town square, and then now you're giggling again. Ah, what a marvelous revel this promises to be. We've only just begun, yet the drama is already so gripping. It seems like I've slumbered longer than I realized. Too long. I must reclaim the power and authority that were taken from me. Now they're wobbling. Pulling the string of these frail beings just to watch how they move is amusing in its own charming way. Like, this person is extremely animated for standing still. The time draws even nearer. All is unfolding as I have planned. By now, everyone must be trembling in anticipation of it. Of experiencing Finda fate, the greatest desolation this world has ever known. Worry not. I promise you'll not be disappointed. I will give them props. Wait. Indeed, all this has transpired so far will pale in comparison to what's come. I do like the design of their robe. I think it's fun. I don't necessarily like this like top part right here, but the rest of it is pretty fire. I don't care who you are. You can't show up 100 years later in the story and still be interesting. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Are you gonna step on this one random bug? What's wrong with you? Okay. I mean, I guess it makes sense for her character, but I'm honestly irritated. Like, it's the way that she's trying to be mysterious, but also giggling all the time. Like, you can't have this much camera time and not show your face at all. And then still be, like, you know, there's just a lot that I don't like about this villain. And they're so emotive, yet they do nothing. They do nothing! What they're doing is basically like, bet you won't swing, bet you won't swing. That's all they're doing. I'm highly curious about Kiriya and Fonse. I think they're interesting characters, and I want to know more of their story, but even though that the story is about them, we have not seen them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel we're focusing a lot on Aine, which isn't necessarily a problem in and of itself. I just feel like the Aine development is kind of random and also like not too focused on the matter at hand. Like Saint Adelia, I don't know if she seems too relevant. I don't know if it's just me saying that, but like she doesn't seem too relevant to the story of Gorgias. You know what I mean? So we're having like this huge detour to talk about Saint Adelia and who she meant to Aine, but we're neglecting Fonse, Kiriya, because what do you mean? So he said that I hope everyone I've awakened can escape or something like that, right? Who are you talking about? Who's awakened? And then what do you mean that they hope to escape? You know, there's a lot that we haven't uncovered in Gorgias, yet we're focusing all of this attention on Saint Adelia and Aine. So One Piece levels of flashbacks, right? And then, like, this new villain, we don't know their name. We don't know what their motivation is. It just seems like Cryanaya, you know, like AFK Journey. But at least with Cryanaya, we kind of knew who she was. We knew who she looked like. We knew that she was like an entity of evil. This person, we don't know anything about them. We don't know their name. We don't know their motivation. We don't know their face. We don't know even their fashion sense because they hide under a robe. We know that they can shapeshift, and that's pretty much all you can see. That they can travel the locations of the City of the Gods. They're apparently responsible for Finda's fate, apparently, or at least the divine beasts. I'm just confused. I'm confused. Like, it's not enough info to make me care about them. Like, I at least need to see your face for me to care about you. And your name. Face or name. You know what I mean? Preferably both. Because, like, Delga, you knew exactly who she was. Immediately. Where's Winds of Fate? Oh, there it is. Talk to the Dispatch Royal Scholar. In... And even in G20... What was it? Was it G27? G27 I felt like was a really good balance. Because, like, the story was definitely about Declan and Dairin. But also, we got a lot about, like, Linden's motivation. We got a lot about Vertrag and who he was. We got a lot of Midir, God of Comfort. But at the same time, Midir herself wasn't really a good character, per se. She was mainly, like, a side character for Lennon. You know what I mean? Like, she was, like, the extra material to understand what Lennon was going through. She was wrapped in the same arc she was introduced in. That hasn't taken years to get to. Who? The villain? Or... I like this animation. Can I have this animation? Hello. As the behest of Her Majesty Queen Erwin, I and my colleagues here have been dispatched to Dunbarton. When I catch wind of a new discovery, I just can't stay away. Greetings. It's truly an honor to meet you in person, after all the stories I've heard about you. I'm looking forward to working together. We heard all about the situation from Siniet. It's our intent to devote our full efforts to this collaboration. A chance to survey a city of the gods doesn't come around every day. To that end, I'd request your assistance in collecting whatever materials you're able to collect in Gorias. Specifically, any samples of ore, plants, stones from Gorias would be a huge help. If you can gather one sample of each, our team would be off to a fantastic start. In addition, you better not actually have me collect these things. And then just, like, click different places on the floor. I mean, I guess it could be fine. I guess it could be fine. The way Mabi updates doesn't work for this particular type of setup. I'm interested in the end of the world, and I don't need, like, an extremely overarching story. Like, I don't really need that. I liked it when we did it with, say, a Saga, and how Advent of the Goddess was directly, like, mentioned in Saga, and that was cool. You know what I mean? Like, the characters that we grew to love, we got to see them again in Saga, which was really cool. Same with, like, in general, like, all of these people, like, the ace heroes, we see them periodically throughout. I like that. I do like it, and I like when there's overarching story, but I don't really need it. Like, I don't need it to be that happy. I just need... It just feels like... I've mentioned it before. I just feel like 28 and 26 are at odds with each other. In addition, the Queen has sent a large shipment of supplies to be used for Dumbarton relief effort. The relief soldier here can tell you all about it, including what you can do to distribute aid packages. If you can assist us with surveying efforts in Gorias and help with the ongoing relief operations in Dunbarton, I've been instructed to give you a token of gratitude prepared personally by Her Majesty. Rewards include rebirth potions and a uniquely formatted orange magic ink. How would you even know what this looks like? As well as a special title. Our aim is to increase the reward with the assistance you've been able to provide. I've heard that those who dwell in Gorias called their city that. At present, we're not sure of the name's exact meaning, but there's something about it that feels more lively and personable than Gorias, don't you think? The working title of our report is A Survey of Talamgoria. I don't think the story will feel good to witness even after it's all out. You can play all at once. What do you mean? I'm looking this up. Because they said they don't know the meaning of it. But I'm curious, so I'm going to look up what it means. MH? Go. Gao? Gao? Ife. Oh! Immediately what popped up was Mabi. So this surveyor, and I was like, whoa, that's exactly what I was looking for, but it's Mabi. I'm looking for what that means outside of Mabi. So it means earth or ground and leader. No. What is this? So Talam or whatever, the first part is earth, ground, or land. And then Gao. I don't know if the first part is in there. No, it's the Irish word for wind. So it's like earth and wind. Like you play Advent start to finish because it's old and that story is done. Oh, I see. I look forward to working with you to secure peace and prosperity. Okay, for all of Erin. While undertaking the entering the City of Twilight quest, the Goria survey quest will be given each day at this time. This daily quest can be completed up to 7 times with a reward given each time you complete it. After completing this once, you'll have the option to finish the quest entering the City of Twilight at any time, therefore, but doing so will render you unable to receive further rewards from the Goria's survey team quest. Okay, so basically it's like the one in Belfast that we did to get the, what is this? The Vtuber, or like the one who helped, who like the cities of Murias Trust or whatever. I don't know if I want to do this, to be honest. To continue G20, oh no, you must do this. Okay. You must complete the quest entering the City of Twilight. Okay. Elga's here. I literally saw her spawn in. Thank you so much for offering to help. The royal castle sent such a massive... Why are you giving us homework? That's how I feel, low-key. And to be honest, I don't think I liked it when we did it any of the other times as well. Like, I think they're doing it to, like, have something fun to do, but I don't know. It does feel like homework, right? It's like the one who, like, they trust, right? It's like this title where you had to do the whole quest. The one who earned the trust of Brilif. The one who lent a hand in... So if you do half of the quest, it's the one who lent a hand in Brilif. And if you do the full quest, it's the one who earned the trust of Brilif. Or like how when you started, when you do that one for Apocalypse, where they give you the Vtuber bag if you complete the whole mission. But that took so long. It took days. I'm not sure if you did it, Dime, but it takes days to get this bag. And then me, you know how I am. I'm not trying to do everything that you can do one day. So while it took some people days to finish, it took me like months to finish. But you know what? I got it. I got it. Say what you want, but I got it. I got my little blue Vtuber. Oh, hi, honey. It's very cute. It's busy working until the next generation comes out. Yeah, a little bit, right? Thank you so much for offering to help. The Royal Castle sent a massive shipment of relief supplies. So I wish that they would give us different busy work, though. Like, I don't like it when they make you, like, collect stuff. Like, I just want to play a minigame. Can we do a minigame? Can we do a minigame once a day for 7 days? I would prefer that then collect like this sample from there and then do this, and like I don't like delivery. I don't know why. I don't know why I like commerce and not this. I'm just like instantly having flashbacks of having to give all of that cheap leather straps, all of that to Admiral Owen in Belfast. I'm just like getting a flashback from that, but maybe it's not that big of a deal. I'm coping, okay? Let me cope. It'll take days to sort through everything, I've already gotten some of it organized. Let's see. Here's everything that's been set aside for Lord this guy. I forgot. I forgot that guy. Who is he? Who is he? The somebody of Dumbarton? Is he the Lord of Dumbarton? Is that what they called him? Yeah, the Lord of Dumbarton. I hear people talk about Dumbarton's Lord fairly often, but until now, I've never seen him in person. Yeah, nobody's seen him in person. Though given the state of things here, it's not surprising that the town's governing officer would have to step in personally. At this rate, please see to it that those supplies are delivered, alright? Alright. I am the chosen one. Alright. How about no busy work? Just call when the next story is done. I kind of feel that way, Dime. Like, I like how AFK Journey did it, where they just don't have another story, and then there's a bunch of side quests that you can do. You know, I like that about AFK Journey. There's always something to do, but you don't have to do any of it. At this rate, please see to it that those supplies are delivered, alright? Like, it's true. Like, why are you asking me to do all this stuff when I'm literally tasked with saving the world from Findus Fate? Now you want me to collect rock samples? Like, what are we doing? Except the release supplies. Deliver the release supplies from Royal Castle to this guy. What if I open it? You know, in Animal Crossing, the GameCube version, you can sometimes accept missions from other villagers. So like, I don't know, like a cat could walk up to you, hey, can you give this item to the owl? And then they give you a box. And then you can open the box, but you can't put the item back in the box after it's been opened. So if you give it to them after you've opened the box, they'll be like, hey, I thought they would have put this in a box. Strange, but thanks. And that's how I feel. Like, I want to open these relief supplies. They used to be sassy. Where are we going? Over here, right? You're here somewhere? Where are you? There you are. Instead of this guy, I wish they had us get Evan or something. What happened to Evan? Was she kidnapped too? Or was she, like, transported somewhere? So this is the delivery of the aid we've been promised. It seems Her Majesty is a woman of her word. To be quite honest, when I hear such proclamations of support, I cannot help but wonder if it's simply empty grandstanding on the part of the aristocracy. I think of the Aristocats, so I keep trying to say Aristocat. But it doesn't fit. Dumbarton is currently in the state of complete disarray. Without public order, and even meeting basic sanitation needs have been proven difficult. Without such material support, we would be facing an even more chaotic time. You have my thanks. I will long remember how both you and the Kingdom of Ailech aided us during this crisis. Now we're trying to go into the city of Gorias? Gather one. Okay. It's literally just gathering stuff. Okay. Let me shrink this window because I don't like how big it is. Call me crazy, but I've never been a fan of a redesigned quest UI. Yeah, I've been content with skipping the story. There's only been 2 arcs I was invested in. Really? I like the story. Oh, you'll need a pickaxe if you want to mine any ore. Okay. I like the story. And I feel like Apocalypse was delicious. Like, I loved it. Start to finish, it was good. In G23, I did miss Piran. Piran was not at all involved in G23, but I was still in tears. Tanny brought back good memories. I liked seeing her. Morphe and Talik were also fire. I didn't like Mananan, who is pictured here, but his face is beautiful. I don't like his personality, though, but I like him in his story, if that makes sense. Like, I don't like him as a character, but I like how he was like the villain in which Scarif and Admiral Owen's story. I wish he would fix that, and then I would like him as a character a little bit more. I like all of like I feel like a lot of these stories are really good. Saga was a little bit hard, a little bit. Um, Merchant of Venice and Macbeth just threw me off. I didn't like these. Like, I genuinely didn't like these at all. And look, I can't even read this little. It's like ant chat, but for Mambi. Why is this like text so tiny? But this was fun. I liked Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet. I liked all of Alchemist. I liked all of Iria. I liked all of Advent of the Goddess. Shakespeare, half of it was good. Saga, I liked some of it. The formatting that threw me off a little bit, but I liked generally what the story was, and the ending was fire. And I like all of these characters. Like, I like Merlin, I like Treasure Hunter, I don't really like Starlet. Like, she's fine. I love Tarlock. I love him. I like Rory. He's a little goofy, but I like him. You're playing Halo with friends? Eight. Divine Knights was an interesting. Apocalypse looked like it would just be busy work. There was busy work in Apocalypse. Why does Nolan like Starlet? She's fine. Tell me about Starlet, though. Like, what does she do? What relevance does she have at all? They tried to give her relevance in Harmonic Saint with whatever that kid's name was. Inoakid, I feel, was his name. Um Basically her talent is singing good, which is fine. I'm happy for her. But to be fair, I think I'm always more focused on men. I don't hate Starlet. She's a fine character. But she's highly underutilized. And every time I see her, it's mainly like Merlin's side character. You know what I mean? Like, she's not her own character, because what does she do? What does she do by herself? She could have more of a spotlight. But to be fair, when it comes to the ace heroes, there are some characters that don't matter. Like Professor J. What does he do? He appears for like half a second. Culinary Artist also appears for half a second. He doesn't even have a name. Treasure Hunter, he doesn't have a name either, but he was relevant. Like, I can't say that he was not relevant, because he was, especially in Apocalypse. So at the end of Saga, he had a whole section specifically for Treasure Hunter, which is kind of crazy, because why don't we have that for Professor J, Starlet, or Culinary Artist? But Treasure Hunter had his moment and was even related to Fondla when it came to Apocalypse. Merlin is the real star of the show when it comes to the ace heroes. He's always relevant. Erin, I think was her name. She's relevant because of the dark whatever. Like, not just Dark Diviner, but the I think it's called. I don't know what it's called, but like, she's the one who's all about chains and stuff. So she's relevant for that. But Starlet, Professor J, and Culinary Artist, they're not really relevant. And it feels bad to say that, but I don't know what they serve. What do they do? You didn't do Saga. I was talking about willingly subjecting myself to cutscene spam. It was cutscene spam. The formatting was what confused me. But yes, I did witness it. I was there. But like, if you played Saga, you would know that it was really Treasure Hunter focused. And to a point where I was like, dang, why does Treasure Hunter get everything? Because Treasure Hunter was huge. Slua. Is that how it's pronounced? I don't even know. I have to get a pickaxe now. Pickaxe. But it's 90% of the time, if we're seeing an ace hero, it's Merlin. And if we're seeing an ace hero that's not Merlin, it's 90% of the time gonna be treasure hunter. Like, it's always those two. Everybody else, side character. And it feels bad. Where's my pickaxe? Did I skip it? What? Where is it? Okay, let me just type pick. There it is. I guess I was skipping it. So skip it, skip it. Hi ho, it's off to work we go. I wonder, is there a way to bring more attention to the others? Professor J, culinary artist, and Starlet? Because even ace heroes, the hero, like, they were introduced for the hero character cards, right? So, like, it used to be that the talents, like, Druid, Soulstar, Vates. Is that Treasure Hunter? I don't even know. No, Treasure Hunter is Treasure Hunter. So is Vates Professor J? You see, I shouldn't be confused. And then Culinary Artist. Like, these talents were specifically for the hero character card. So there was, like, I wonder if they don't. What's the deal? Can we bring them back? Like, is it in Mabi's best interest to bring them back and to cover their story a little bit more? I know that they tried with Wizard Gorias Plant. I know that they're trying with Starlet. Because, like I mentioned, she was there for the Arcana for Inowakid and Harmonic Saint. And I guess she was also there for Melodic Puppeteer in a way. So, Inowakid, his story is that, like, he was, like, healing. To be honest, I don't remember everything. but Starlet was, like, somebody who inspired him a lot. Similar to Glora. So, his mom, Inowakid's mom, like, Starlet saved something. Like, I don't remember exactly. I forgot. I don't remember. I did play it live, which makes me feel bad that I don't remember his story at all. But her music, like, moving people and healing people through music, that was, like, Starlet's thing. So Starlet meant something to Inowakid, particularly because of his mom. And then now Glora has relevance in, Starlet has some relevance in Glora's story because she mentioned, like, she wants to be like Starlet and be on the stage and stuff. You carefully pull out a stem from one of the plants glowing in Gorias. After losing whatever scraps of life it had left, the plant shrivels up almost instantly. Oh, that's rough. You pull out a small clunk from the pile of shattered stonework. The stone chunk's smooth, polished surface seems to invite you to imagine how the city must have looked during its heyday. Now I want them to come back. I want us to have, like, a whole, like, meanwhile type thing with all of the underused characters. Like, Erin is fine. I feel like she gets a lot of screen time like, not as much as Treasure Hunter, for sure, because all of the end of Saga was about Treasure Hunter. So Merlin and Treasure Hunter, they don't need any more. We got enough of them. I love them, but we got enough. Erin kind of has enough, because she's also, like, the daughter of the Succubus King. We completely lost over that. That's never mentioned again. Maybe we could do something with that. Like, what if they did something in Magmel? You know, like Starlight would do well in Magmel, I think. Culinary artist would do well in Magmel. Or even finding the queen again, because the queen left. The queen is not Fleur, even though it seems like that. She is not the queen. The fairy queen had left. So what if they're looking for the fairy queen? Oh, that seems kind of cool, right? Like just some sort of meanwhile. How would you bring back old characters if you wanted to? I guess my issue doesn't focus on us. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I want it to be a little bit more us focused. Like, it doesn't have to be like super us focused. I don't mind. It's just I like it when it does. I don't know. It's not mandatory, but I think it's a plus. I don't know. I had no issues with 14's story after the Realm Reborn. I see. So I liked it when it focused on how the Malaysian would be feeling, like how the player character is feeling, and how they have like their own like you've seen people live and die. Nobody really understands you because the flow of time for a Malaysian is different from the Tudan. I like that, and I like focusing on like what's going on in the inner workings of the main character and how they aren't always okay and how everybody is over relying on them. I like that. And I like to see how they're affected by how everybody relies on them way too much. And I wouldn't even mind if we got deceived once or twice. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the Malaysian has infallible judgment all the time. They always know who's right, who's wrong, who's good, and who's evil. But it would be kind of cool to see someone who is that we trust and they're not really a trustworthy character. That'd be kind of cool. But the player character, like us, the player, cannot know that, like, we have to believe the Malaysian too. We have to have like limited eyesight too. I feel like that would be a cool thing to do. Thank you for providing all the samples we needed for our initial survey of Gorias, and for finding the time to help distribute supplies to the residents of Dunbarton. If it's all right with you, I'd appreciate if you lend us your help again. Come see us whenever you have the time to spare. Thank you for your assistance. Just going through and sorting all the supplies we've been sent is practically a full-time job, but the residents have been coming and asking if anyone can help them with things. I can't ignore that, can I? Everyone here has been through the ringer. You can see that plainly. They're completely exhausted. At a time so filled with hardships, I can only imagine how empowering it would feel to regain something you cherish. With that in mind, I'd like to ask you a favor. I received a request from the bookstore lady not long ago. If you happen to find a diary somewhere in the vicinity of the bookstore, she'd much appreciate it if you brought it to her. She said that the diary has a pink cover, so you'll know it when you see it. I'd appreciate it if you could check around the bookstore for her. Search for the pink diary near the bookstore. Okay, I guess that's what we're doing. I ran into a wall. I ran into the wall again. But since I'm not a writer, I wonder if my ideas are good. And is it in Mabi's best interest? Because yeah, I want to see the other half of the Ace Heroes more often, but I'm wondering because the Ace Heroes, I'm pretty sure were originally were originally introduced to sell hero cards, but now we can just be heroes. You know, like we don't need the character card anymore. So I wonder if it's just not in their best interest to bring them back. Oops, not the school. I went to the school, not the bookstore. So I wonder if it's like is just no longer a character that they're interested in anymore. This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. Pile of debris near the bookstore. I wonder where the diary is. You see a pile of debris near the bookstore. Investigate it and see what you can find. You discover a pink diary amidst the rubble. Though the cover looks a bit beaten up, you can see an envelope with a letter peeking out between its pages. While you're curious about what's written on those papers, even you know that it's impolite to go around opening other people's diaries. Make sure the letter is secure and return the pink diary to her. Someone's diary. It reminds me of the Ragnarok Online character, because there was a character called there's two monsters. Well, there's technically more than that, but whatever. For the sake of this conversation, there's two that I'm gonna be talking about: Munich and Bangan. So Munich in life was like just a regular girl, right? But then she became like a zombie, like an undead creature, because of like her dying with anger in her heart. Like she died with a grudge, so she became this monster. But then Bangan was somebody who loved Munich, and then when she died, he died too. And their story is cute. I like it. Not the dying part, but like because they're monsters, you see them throughout Paeon Cave. And then Bangan drops a book called Her Heart. So that item is used as a taming item to get him if you want him as a pet. So I find it very interesting. It's Her Heart, and it's like a pink diary. Excellent. Now we need to sample the local flora. Figuring out what kind of plants exist in such an environment would add illuminating insights to our study. Explore Glorious and get one wizard plant, then speak to the scholar again. I feel like I did. The air of Dunbarton still reeks of ash and smoke, even now. We must complete this quest, okay? End conversation. When it comes to RO, all I remember is just hitting things. Didn't even know they had a story. A lot of people think that, but there is a story. There's a story for basically every character. So every monster has a story. And I find that very interesting. Well, not all of them. Like, I don't think Pouring has a story. Or like Mastering. I think Angeling might have a story. I don't know it though. And that's weird because I love Angeling. So maybe there isn't a story. But like some of them, like Zeltersh. Zeltersh has a whole story. Brought me to tears. Munich, Bangan, they have a story. What was her name? Sahi also had a story. Moonlight Flower. Oh my gosh, Moonlight Flower was horrifying to run into. For anyone who doesn't know, Ragnarok Online, there's Paeon Cave. It's my favorite place. Because the story is just so rich there. There's so many characters and so much you learn from each of the characters there. But anyway, without getting like too into it, at the very top floor, so progressively, like on the bottom floor, everybody's there to train. You'll see a lot of people just there, just fighting the monsters there because it's a great place to fight at first, especially if you're an acolyte, because you can use heal damaging the undead there. So it's really nice. And it's a great spot to train. And then as you go further and further, because eventually fighting at the bottom will not give you that much experience. So you continuously go further. And then at the very top floor, there's a lot of nice things to fight. However, there are two bosses walking around. One of them is Cat O' Nine Tails, and then the other one is the Moonlight Flower. So they both carry a bell, a giant bell. And then so while you're at the top floor of Paeon Cave, you have to be so careful and listen, because once you hear the Moonlight Flower, you're dead. I'm just saying, like, you gotta run. And she's fast. She has like 20 foxes that follow her. And I'm not joking, like she literally has like 20 foxes. And they're strong foxes too. And remember how I said it's particularly good for acolytes because they can heal the undead. The foxes are not undead. The foxes, you can't heal them. You can't heal them to damage them. So when you hear the Moonlight Flower, like, it's huge. You hear the bell, you run. Because they both have the giant bell. So it's like you're walking around, walking your way downtown. What do I have what's in your hand? I don't have anything. But thank you so much, Tabby. I feel like I ate the cookie already. But let me get it. And thank you so much for the head pat. I appreciate it. You literally just hear the sound effect and it's horrifying. Because she's fast. She's fast. You have to watch video of somebody playing it. Here's a cookie. Thank you so much. You have to literally play it. I feel like you'll have so much fun playing it. And then you would run for the moonlight flower. And it's not like Mabi. It's not like Mabi, where at some point everybody is just overpowered. When you start, moonlight flower is never easy. Unless you're like Azura, you know, like unless you're like 3rd class. It takes a long time to actually be strong enough to fight the moonlight flower. When your game's a grind fest, I find it hard to interface with the story. I can feel that. The new layout takes so long to load into stream. Does it really? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Oh, I don't like how it cuts the chat off. Oh man. Does Twitch force you into vertical when you open the app? Let me actually check. Let me close my stream really quickly. Yes, it does. That's awful. Then should I stop doing vertical stream? I might stop. Whatever changes, the page. So next time on Sunday, I will remove the vertical stream and then let me know if that's better, if that helps on the user side. Oops. I actually didn't realize that stop asking me to upload my stream. Okay. Not my stream. I don't know what I was saying. Update. They want me to update my phone, but I refuse to update my phone. I will not update things unless they start breaking. It's fine. You just find it annoying. I don't know if it's even helpful, though. Like, I don't know if it's even helpful on my side. Vertical streams should be a special use case. Excellent. Oh, okay. I already read that. I'm truly relieved you decided to support our efforts here. Okay, I already read that. Oh, we need to go to visit, what's her name, right? I've completely forgot. Bookstore lady. I like the idea of vertical streams because, like, over on YouTube and TikTok, because it's copying like the TikTok format, right? So I don't necessarily have a problem with that because that works. You know, like TikTok is working. And then YouTube Shorts, I know like a lot of people are on the Shorts feed, so it helps to have vertical stream. I'm not sure if it's effective on Twitch though. Like I don't know what we're doing necessarily. It looks like it may be good for following your chat, like if you have a Twitch on a second monitor. I see, that could be it. So I like the idea of vertical stream. I don't know if Twitch is utilizing it well. But I appreciate them for trying. You know, because there's some changes that Twitch does that makes no sense, but this is one of the ones that I think is a good one. Because at least you can get new eyes. Because that's what's working on YouTube, right? You could cook in the oven more, right? I think so. You hand the diary you found near the bookstore to her. Could it be? It is my diary. I can't believe you found it. Sure, there may be soot stains on the cover, but the inside looks like it came through without much damage. I can't believe it. The fires were so hot, I feared it was a goner for sure. Where the bookstore caught fire, all those precious books went up in flames. All those pages and pages of wisdoms and stories are nothing more than ash. If I'd lost my diary too, I'd have nothing. You hate vertical stream on YouTube? You can't change the video speed when you do. You see, I don't like vertical, personally. But I know, like, I'd be wrong to admit, like, some of the most dumb things that I post do better on shorts. I think my shorts outperform my main content by, like, a lot. Like, 8 times. And so, like, when I see that, I'm like, something about vertical works in a way that horizontal doesn't work. So I want to know how to utilize that, but I don't know. I'm not sure. When the bookstore, oh, okay. But you didn't happen to take a peek inside, did you? Oh, it's not that I think you would. I was just kind of wondering. I would just say I saw a letter peek out, but I didn't read it. I just pushed it back into the diary. That's all I would say because I want to be honest. I stuffed some letters I haven't sent yet into it. A couple of half-finished stories, actually. But with everything going on right now, I'm too embarrassed to look at them, much less show them to anyone. Still, I'm so grateful you found it for me. Even with Dumbarton crumbling around us, it's proof that someone was willing to go out of their way to protect my stories. That's just the kind of reassurance I need right now. Once the fires have fully extinguished, I can go back to the bookstore. I'll be able to start working through my grief about all of this and hopefully come out the other side more resilient for it. Boomers and zoomers use vertical for everything, really. Personally, I don't really like vertical, like personally, like my style. If I'm watching YouTube, I want to watch YouTube. You know what I mean? Like I'm here for like the most like I'm sitting here trying to laugh. You know, I'm trying to watch a video essay while I eat or, you know, like have music in the background. That's my style. Personally, but shorts do well, and I'm trying to figure out how that works for me. Thank you. I'm glad I know you. She clutches her diary close to her chest, bowing her head. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, it's so delicious and moist. But these points of data make a beautiful line. Now we're out of beta, we're releasing on time. Scully, welcome in. How are you? How are you? How are you? I'm trying to see if there's anybody playing Mabi, and it seems like there's 3 people, but I don't know them all too well. Whoa! I just looked. It's Ryan Higa is playing Power World. I don't know who to rate to. So I'm glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned. For the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. I've been peeking on my second monitor while I take care of things. Oh, have you now? People's attention spans are cooked is why. I see. Yeah, I can kind of feel that. If you don't get quick shorts of dopamine, they explode. And I kind of felt that way a little bit about TikTok because you would not believe how many people came via TikTok. And when I mean like came, it would be like thousands of viewers, but they would only stay for like a second. And I'm like, dang, I understand why. Now I understand why a lot of like videos are like half divided. You know what I mean? Like they'll be like having Subway Surfers in the background and then like Reddit story and then like a dancing like emoji, I don't know, like on the screen. And I'm like, that's why, because they need a lot of like high stimulus, right? But I don't want to do all that. Like, you know what I mean? Like personally, I like it when the screen is like clean. I don't know, like I don't like extra stuff. Or if it's like extra, I want it to be stationary, and then I don't want things to change too much. So I like stability a lot, personally. And yeah, thank you. We are going to be rating out. We're going to be rating out to Shu, Apple Shu, who is playing Mabi as well. And then they're doing, I think, Crom runs. I can't really... They're doing some sort of run. No, this is not Crom. It's... What is this called? Robbie Phantasmal. But we also did G28. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. Have a good night or morning. See you guys next time. Love you guys and stay sweet. Grew up without grinding. Yeah, true, actually.